And we are live with another episode of Agents in the Trenches, the real life struggles of agents in this new market. Welcome, everyone, as you start connecting. Let us know if you're watching live, put hashtag live. If you're watching on replay, put hashtag replay. And of course, as each day I am here, just leading the way in this conversation of the real life struggles with my running partner, lead agent, and so many more things that we are putting in the works right now to just level up, show up, rise up, and make things happen. Talia, say hello to everyone. Talia, how you doing?
Hi, I'm doing great. Just here, we were just kind of conversating about a couple of things that we were, putting in the work. So I'm super excited about that. But thanks everyone for joining.
Yes.
Okay, so what are we talking about today, Lucy?
So, on Sunday, I posted about looking for agents that want to collaborate. I think that our industry is so needing people that want to collaborate. For some reason, throughout the years and in the traditional arena of real estate, we have grown up to be frenemies, even with our, own brand sometimes, and I can speak about that because I was part of a brand for over 20 years. And I guess it's just kind of like that competitive spirit that doesn't know where to draw the line and say, you know what, I really don't have to compete. I can collaborate. And so on Sunday, because I'm totally against competition, I think that we are our own competition and that we are in a marketplace right now that together we are stronger and together we are better. And together, we can leverage each other's talents. So Sunday, I posted about, hey, I'm looking for agents that want to host open houses. And I had so many people message me directly, so many people message me privately, so many people answer on the comments, right? And so today I started having those conversations. So kudos to those of you that got out of the box and just really set your ego aside. Yes, kudos to those of you that set your ego aside because a lot of times, and I have to include myself, we say like, I don't want nobody to know that I'm struggling. I don't want nobody to know that I need, ways of doing new business. But this is the market that we're in. It doesn't matter if you've been in real estate for a gazillion years. It doesn't matter if you've been in real estate for a gazillion months. It doesn't matter if you've been in real estate for a gazillion hours or minutes. We are all having to level up. We're all having to reinvent ourselves, rediscover, reinvent, redesign so we can relaunch. So I had some really interesting conversations today with real estate agents from other companies. And I said, listen, the first thing I want to tell you is that this is not a bait and switch. This is not no gimmick. I'm literally looking for people that are open-minded about growing, leveraging each other's talent, skills, and know-how. And, I've been in the trenches because even today on that conversation that I was part of, one of my business partners was saying, you got to get rid of your ego and you have to be okay with saying, listen, I'm getting back in the field or I'm getting back into production. So, that I'm not a believer of getting back into production because I don't want to compete with my agents, but I am, you know, very conscientious about it's time to get in the trenches and go hunting for properties and go hunting to build business. So you and I have been doing that because I said, come on, Talia, I'm going to show you how we hunt. And we've seen the results, right? And even today we've been having conversations with people because, yes, like you said, it's hunting season.
Yeah.
Guys, if you are sitting on the sidelines, you want to get up. You need to get it. You need to get in the game. So what do you think about that? I know you've had conversations today. We went to see another for sale by owner today. We went to have more conversations with people. There's more conversations in the pipeline. What do you say from your perspective to those agents that are watching and that are wondering, should I raise my hand? Should I become a collaborator? Should I wait and see what happens?
I mean, I think it was very interesting after you posted that to see the amount of results and then amount of people saying, yeah, I'm interested because I remember in the beginning of my career when I was looking for open houses to host on other people's listings, the response that I got back from a lot of agents wasn't really that positive. They were really like skeptical of me hosting an open house for another person. And I never really understood why. I'm like, I mean, you want to sell the house? I want to help you. I'll provide feedback. I'll give all of this information. Like there's no, I don't know. It was really weird. So I
Yep.
was I was surprised to see like how many people raised their hands and said, "Yeah, I want to do it," because they probably experienced one way or another that same thing that I experienced. So I thought that was interesting. And if you're holding back and you're kind of like you need the help, you want to raise your hand, but then you're like, "Oh, I don't know. I don't want people to think this way or that way." The one thing I'm gonna say is, who cares? Like,
Right.
stop thinking like that, because right now it really is, like you're saying, it's a time to collaborate and work together to survive this market, because that's what we need now more than ever.
We all have to, and for those of you that are watching live, thank you so much for connecting. Help us share and spread this message. One of the things that I keep saying is I want to be the messenger with the right message. And my message is there's agents in the trenches. They're going through the real life struggles. No one is speaking about the struggles. I mean, we go on social media and we hear about all the kudos and all the amazing things. But what happens with the agents that are out there that are lost, that are confused, that are maybe disengaged, that are wanting to get back in the game and they just don't find a way how to do it? So my message is clear. It's like, listen, let's let's let let's get rid of our ego, right? Let's strip ourselves of this ego and raise your hand if you are a leader that is willing to help other people make it in this market. And that's why I posted that on Sunday and I said, I am looking for real estate agents that want to hold our open houses because we've got listings coming in. We've been talking to a lot of expireds. We've been talking to a lot of for sale by owners. It's only a matter of time, guys. If you look at the statistics, and I don't care what part of the United States you're in, statistics say that 89% of for sale by owners will list, but they got to know you, like you, trust you. And that's where agents are missing the mark because they're getting out in front of for sale by owners and they're not knowing what to say. So now that we've been doing this close to, 90 days, I said, okay, how are we going to outperform? How are we going to bring value to those for sale by owners and those expireds? And I said, you know what? Hey, no one says we can't do joint ventures with our colleagues in the marketplace. There's no law that says, okay, FREC has no law, and I can tell you this because I'm a licensed Florida real estate instructor. There's no law that says that we cannot collaborate. The problem is no one has taught us that we can collaborate. Nobody has led by example saying, listen, I can, instead of waiting. And I was speaking with one of the agents that scheduled a call with me. And I said, have you ever reached out to real estate agents and asked them, can I hold your open houses? And the agent was like, yes. I said, what was your experience? What was the result? The agent said the answer was absolutely not because the ego and you know what, I can say that maybe a lot of the listing agents did not need to have anybody hosting open houses or helping them host open houses, but in this market we need all the manpower we can get. And if you're a real estate agent out there that does not know how to list, you need all the leverage that you can get. So that's where I had the idea on Sunday and I said, what's the worst that can happen? You know me. What's the
Yeah.
worst that can happen? So what are your thoughts on that? Because I'm actually impressed how many people have reached out.
Yeah, no, it is really impressive, and it makes me happy because now we're finding the people that are open to collaboration. Because I noticed a lot in this industry, the mindset of, like, this is mine, like, I'm not going to let it go, I'm not going to share, and all of that. So I think it's important now to kind of break that culture in the real estate
Yes.
industry, because that's not, what's crazy? I just want to say something. So actually, during one of my open houses, um, I had a really interesting experience where
Uh-huh.
an agent came to my open house, and this was last year. So when we were doing the BEPN and we were inviting everyone and everything, so she saw the house. She was actually doing an open house nearby as well, so she wanted to check it out. So we were talking and whatnot, and I invited her to the BEPN. I'm like, hey, we're having this awesome networking event, and I really would love for you to come and meet the people that come. They're really awesome. And You know what she told me?
What
She
did she say?
she said, I don't do networking events. I'm like, you don't do networking events? I don't even know what
Uh-huh.
that means. I'm like, what does that mean? You don't meet people? You don't want to meet people? Like, I don't understand. And she's like, no, this is what she told, like, exact words. I've been in this business so long, I don't need to do networking events. I'm like,
Nice.
I must, yeah. I'm like, okay. I don't know. I still don't really understand it because I feel like even, okay, you're that far along in your business, but you don't want to meet new people to create new opportunities. Like, that doesn't really, I don't understand that too much.
And you know what? I guess we have to just empathize with that kind of mindset.
Hmm.
But I think that we are living in a market where people will realize that ego is not a currency. Ego is not the modern day currency.
Oh, that's good.
Operation.
That we gotta drop some fire right there. That was good.
And I say that from experience because, again, after doing this for so many years, I'm like, okay, so how do I really want to end up? Do I want to end up, being the same old, you know, stuck behind a desk, or do I want to lead an army of people and show them the new generation of real estate and show them a new landscape of how we can work together and how together we can be better and we can be stronger? Do I want to be one of those lone wolf brokers that doesn't have any relationship, that doesn't have any connection with other people because I think that everybody's my competition? Or do I want to be the kind of person that says, you know what, man, let's just have fun in real estate? I mean, at the end of the day, there's plenty to go around. There's plenty to go around. So, yes, thank you, Dalia. And ego is not a currency. Let me tell you guys and share this and meditate on it and think about it. Ego is not our modern day currency. It's not going to get us anywhere. You look at artists, you look at social media influencers, you look at, leaders in different industries of the marketplace. It's when they join forces and they collaborate, they co-create, right? When they come together to foster a new ecosystem where everyone can win. It's when the leaders of this modern day market in real estate come together and say, I don't have nothing to lose. Let me show you, let me give away what I know, because at the end of the day, the more I give, the more I get. The more I give away, the more that comes back, because it is an irrefutable law of leadership. So, guys, if you're in real estate, strip yourself of the ego, right? Strip yourself of the limiting beliefs that I don't need nobody. We are better together. And that's not going to be for everyone. But I know that I'm sharing. And if you're watching us live, just go ahead and drop it in the chat for us and help us share this. I believe, Dalia, that what I am sharing about this new generation of real estate agents, real estate leaders, new generation of real estate team leaders, the new generation of real estate brokers. Why can't we foster and leverage the talent of other agents just because they are not part of our organization? Like, who created that stupid law? Who was so ignorant to say, because you are part of another company, I cannot help you? Because you're part of another company, I cannot support you? Because you're part of another brand, because your logo is not gold or red, white, and blue, or yellow and black, or because your logo is not white and blue, or because your logo doesn't look like my logo, we have to be frenemies. That is limiting beliefs. That is a scarcity mindset. Okay. When you think abundance, you say, you know what, how can we leverage this together? And that's why I'm loving what I'm doing. And that's why I'm loving the way that I'm doing it. And you've been part of Q International for 2 years, and you saw me grow to 30 agents, and you've seen me dismantle because I said, no, this is not what I wanted to see. And it's empowering to have that freedom. It's kind of like taking a white canvas and drawing, what do I want to see? How do I want my life to be? What's the real estate future that I want for me and those that I lead? And you've seen me say, this is not what I wanted. We got to throw it away and start all over. So what are your thoughts? Share your thoughts on that.
No, I mean, it's true what you're saying, and I love that because that's the beauty of the industry that we're in. We can create our own future. What we put in is what we're going to get back. So I've watched you from beginning till now, and it's also super empowering too, because I've always said it. I'm like, I want to be a version of, you. I look up to you. So I'm like, this gives me like reassurance that I'm in the right path. And I think we went over that a little bit. We were talking about that as well. It's like, I'm super blessed to have been aligned with you because of your mindset. And you're a collaborator mindset. You're a go giver and a go getter, which is awesome because that's what how we receive. I mean, you give and you receive. Like Tanya said, she said, the more I give, the more I get, and I love it. I mean, it's a no-brainer, right?
Yes.
So I'm so happy to be aligned with you because that's exactly the mindset that I'm trying to, form and deconstruct the other mindset of the 9 to 5 and having things happen to me instead of for me. I think that's the biggest thing too.
And it is liberating.
Or for me.
Liberating. It is liberating. It is liberating when you reach the point, and this is what I want everybody to know. It is liberating when you reach the point where you say, I can give it all away and I will still get more than I need. I can share my knowledge with everyone and I will still get more than I need. Like, my abundance is in how much I give away. My abundance is in how many people I can help. And I said it at Vision Builders, right? And I want to take a couple minutes to talk about the upcoming Vision Builders as well, because we're doing another one mid-year. But I said it at Vision Builders, and I remember, and I will forever remember having a conversation with a local real estate leader from another company. And I said, I've got a vision of bringing together our marketplace, our real estate marketplace, and our real estate practitioners in the marketplace, because I want to see this frenemy limiting mindset, just crushed. I want to see it abolished. I want to see it gone. Like, why can't we come together as real estate agents and real estate team leaders and real estate brokers and just, really elevate other leaders? Like, say, you know what? I've been so blessed to have been gifted this life, to know the skill sets, to know what we're doing. But now I want to give it away, right? Now I'm going for my second mountain. So I want to give it away. And this person literally said to me, you think you can do that? I said, yes, why not? And she goes, I don't think that'll ever happen. I said, I believe it can happen. One person at a time. One person at a time. And so that's why when I posted this on Sunday and I said, I'm looking for agents that want to host my open houses. Number one, there's no shame in the game of saying Lucy Quinones is back in the trenches. If anything, I feel honored to have the strength to say, you know what, I'm going to get back. I don't want anybody to tell me what for sale by owners and expireds are saying. I want to be face to face, nose to nose, belly to belly, toes to toes with them. I want to have them come at me with their best objections. And I want to sharpen my skill sets. Because you said it's a summer of what?
Summer of skill set. Yeah.
Go ahead and drop that in the chat, somebody. Drop that in the chat. It is a summer of skill sets. Right now, life is such an equal opportunity giver. Listen to this, Talia. Life is such an equal opportunity giver that right now, even the top of the top team leaders are scrambling to figure out Hey, Jennifer, how are you, my love? I love seeing you. Hey, Jennifer. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy to see you. I love watching you and watching what you're doing. Um, even the top team leaders, the top brokers, the top real estate industry practitioners, they're scrambling to figure out how are we going to navigate these uncharted waters with our peeps. And you know what? At the end of the day, we're only as strong as the people that surround us. So there's no shame in the game of saying, and I remember when you and I got started going out into the trenches as a Talia, I'm gonna get out there, girl, get ready, because I'm back. I'm back from international. I'm back, boots on the ground. It's time to relaunch. We got to do this. This is a new market. It's hunting season. Get ready. Get your arsenal. And I remember there was like this thought that went across my mind, like, okay, what are people gonna say about Lucy Quinones back in the trenches? And I'm like, the heck do I care what people say about Lucy Quinones back in the trenches? You know what? You're that good. Come and show me how you're getting listings and how you're, tackling the for sale by owners and the expireds and how you're getting out there and leading your people in this hunting season. Agents, go back and demand that your brokers help you to hunt because that is their responsibility. I will tell you right now, anybody that has a real estate office, your people are your most valuable asset. Somebody put a number 1 in the chat if you agree with me. Your people are your most valuable asset. And that's why I've told Talia, we are rediscovering, we are redesigning, we are restructuring, we are just reframing everything because I am not about to, overpromise and underdeliver. you know and there's no shame in the game. There's no shame in the game of saying, let's do field training. So this Sunday I said, let's invite agents that want to host open houses, and we've got a group that is waiting for us to reach back out to them. And you know what? I think that's the time that we're living in, don't you?
I agree. I definitely agree with that. And I'm just excited. I'm with you. Let's break this culture that the realtors have created. It can definitely be changed as long as we find the people who have the same mindset, right, and are willing to speak the way you're speaking, and not be afraid to say it, right? Because that's another thing. Some people feel it, but they don't want to speak up because they're afraid of what others are going to think about them. And it's like, who cares? Someone's always going to have something to say, right?
Absolutely. And usually it's the people that have the least expertise and authority that have the most comments. Those that have never been there, those that have never, and again, what people say about anything doesn't define the factor. It doesn't define the factor. So for example, right now, every agent needs to be looking for their X factor. Like, what is your X factor? Yes, reality is interest rates are up. We're in a recession. One of the agents I spoke to today, he was like, my customers are just wondering, is the market going to crash or is the market not going to crash? It don't matter, because the mindset is reality does not define me. The market could be upside down, inside out, to the left, to the right, on its head. There's still going to be people that are out there making things happen. So what is your X factor? And that leads me to this. I know you and I have been having a lot of conversations, and trust me, guys, I posted it today and I'm going to say it again. When things get tough, speed up. When things get tough, don't stop. Don't stop. Whatever you do, don't stop. Because if you stop, you are lost. If you stop, you are lost. Doesn't matter what's going on, you got to keep going. So that leads me to another conversation that you and I have been having, because this is something that I've been thinking about. I'm like, I know the pain of real estate brokers, and I know the pain of real estate leaders, and I know how difficult it is to lead organizations, and the resources are not coming in, and we're not making ends meet. And even today, on one of the conversations I was on this afternoon in the Zoom, it's like, listen, leaders, literally people were telling leaders, if you are not making ends meet, go put together, 2 deals a month. You got to put bread on your table. I mean, this is the conversation behind the curtain. Hello.
Wow.
This is the conversation behind the curtain. There are brokers, top-notch team leaders, top producers talking about if you got to go put deals together to put bread on the table, that's what you got to do. But our responsibility, right, is to, get back in the trenches. You need to get back in the trenches. As a matter of fact, I think every broker in Lee, Collier, Charlotte County, and everywhere, their agents need to go back and say, listen, it's hunting season. Let's get back in the trenches. You need to get back in. I think it is a time, and I'm going to say this, and hey, if you don't agree with me, let's jump on a Zoom and do a debate. Why not? Right? I don't know it all. If you could teach me something, I'm open-minded. My mind is a parachute. It works, right? But I believe that if you are leading people, and I don't care if you're leading 1, 100, or 1,000, you would win by showcasing yourself leading in the trenches in front of your people like a freaking general. Because in time of war, where do we want to see the generals? Somebody tell me, where do we want to see the generals? Behind a desk, living the Lux life, while the soldiers are out there battling? Or what about those generals that say, you know what, I'm gonna get a little Brooklyn right now. I'm gonna be in front of my army, and I'm gonna lead my soldiers into conquest. So I think every agent needs to go back and have a sit-down conversation with their leaders and say, so when are you getting back in the trenches? I want to go with you. And I think that's where we are now, Talia. Agents need to be led.
Oh,
and
definitely.
team leaders and brokers need to lead their people. And that means put on your mud boots, put on your camos, and let's get into battle and win this. It ain't time to sit back on the sidelines and have office-itis. A lot of brokers are suffering from office-itis. You know what office-itis is, Tali?
What is it?
Sitting behind a desk in the office. It's office-itis. No, get out in the you and I tell everybody. I don't care. Listen, I'm not here to have a, what do you call it, a popularity contest, right? I'm here to be real. I want people to know the real deal behind what makes me tick. So today you said to me, hey, I spoke with this for sale by owner and without details, addresses, or whatever. What did you say? He told me to go out to the property.
Oh, yeah. He told me to go out to the
There's
property.
a tenant there.
Yep, there's a tenant there.
Tell us a story. I know you. Listen, I'm gonna buy stocks in Ginkgo biloba for our memory. Go ahead, tell us a story.
No, yeah. So I had this for sale by owner that I've been, in touch with for weeks, and he was having some challenges, some language barriers with the tenants that he had in place. They speak Spanish. He doesn't. He's like, it's not that big of an issue because they pay rent on time. They're good tenants and, all of that. But he wants to sell the property, and
Right.
he's been having issues like aligning with them and talking to them and stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, that's where I plugged myself in. I mean, those who know me know that I understand English. I mean, I'm Spanish, but I don't speak it. But, I plugged myself in. I'm like, yes, I can help you with that. I can help you with it.
Right.
I can help with the communications. If you have, if you have exactly what you want to say, I can figure out a way to go ahead and put it in front of the people so we can help you, get from A to B. And so I told you about it this morning because I'm like, I need to push this needle forward. Like this guy, I mean, he kind of went a little bit MIA. I couldn't get him back on the phone. And you said, okay, let's go. Let's go to the property. Let's go check it out. And that's exactly
it's 12 o'clock. I got a 2 o'clock. One of my first, appointment was 2 o'clock with one of the agents and different, I talk to people every day. And I said, let's go. We went there. We showed up. I did my magic, right? I spoke to the people there. I said, hey, you want to buy this house? We had that conversation. And you know what? We got it done. And that's what it's going to take. So there's no shame in the game just because you're a broker or you're a team leader or you're a CEO. Listen, titles don't mean nothing to me. What means something to me is the results, because at the end of the day, and I've told you this, Talia, people are going to respect you for your results. People are going to recognize you for your results. People are going to follow you for your results. So real quick, because I know you got to go sell a property at 6, right? Um, mentorship. Let's talk about mentorship real quick. 30 seconds. There's so many people. I asked the people that I spoke to today, are you getting any official mentorship? I want to ask the people that are watching here, what are your thoughts on mentorship? Who's mentoring you through the trenches? Who's mentoring you through the field of face-to-face combat with expireds for sale by owners? Who's mentoring you, leading, guiding, directing, and showing you the pathway to win more times than not? So what are your thoughts on mentorship, Talia? What are you seeing?
It's priceless. It's definitely priceless. There's nothing more valuable than coming across a problem, and instead of you trying to figure it out yourself, you have a mentor to go to and ask, hey, I need some guidance. Hey, I have a question. Can you help me with this? And getting the answers you need in that moment, so like that you can move the needle forward. So I think mentorship is awesome. I'm like so happy that I have a mentor and I have a coach like you to help me throughout the situations, and I'm actually able to get everything that you've taught me, and also pour it into like other people, my mentees. So it's nice to see that like mirror, right? Like that
Right.
reflection that you've helped me create.
So definitely, if you're watching this live or on replay, drop your comments on what is mentorship? How is mentorship helping you? Do you have mentorship? What do you think about mentorship? Should agents, have more mentorship? Because, right now, Talia and I are putting a lot of things together, a lot of innovative strategies together to scale, but we have opportunities for other people. And one of the things that maybe a lot of people don't know is that you are a certified mentor. Like, I helped you get certified because I said you are ready. I know you think you're not ready, but you're ready because you're not alone. And that is the power of having that person behind you, that is able. Because, guys, like I said it on Sunday, and if you haven't watched my reel, go watch it. I said, I haven't been a competing broker ever. Like, when I got my broker's license in 2005, my mentor said to me, you can't compete against your agents. That is not the leadership that you want to have. And I know, and I respect everyone and the way they run their companies. I know there's a lot of competing brokers. I know there's a lot of brokers that, don't give their agents business, but they take business from their agents. And listen, I'm not here to judge anyone, but what I am saying is, so who's going to help these agents produce? Who's going to help these agents and lead the way for them? If it's not their broker, then who? If it's not your broker, then who? You tell me. I want to know. I want to know if it's not your broker, your team leader that is leading the way for you to build your skill sets, get good on your role playing, get good on your objection handling, get good at doing mega open houses, get good at talking to for sale by owners and expireds, get good at listing presentations, get good at negotiating, get good at handling all the hurdles that you are confronted with during a transaction. If not your leader, if you're not your team leader or your broker, then who? And that's where mentorship comes in. So I think tomorrow we got to unpack and unveil a little bit more about mentorship, because one of the agents that I spoke with today, I said, do you have genuine, consistent and predictable mentorship to help you scale? And they're like, no. So what I'm seeing is there's a whole bunch of agents that are like, literally the Titanic has sunk and they are floating in an open ocean.
I believe it. And it's funny because I spoke to someone the other day more recently who kind of told me something similar, where their leader, their broker, had gave them an assignment. They were like, okay, here, go do this. And with no instructions how to do it or anything like that, here, go do it. So she went and she gave it the best that she had. She came back and he got upset because it wasn't the way that he would have done it or something like that. And I'm like, how do you get upset? That's like going to tell a child to go do something and they've never done before, and they come back and they obviously don't know how to do it. So why are you expecting more? I don't know. It's crazy. I was like, that doesn't work. I don't think that's the best way to do that.
So, you don't know what you don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
I roll my eyes and I take a deep breath because I remember when I didn't know any better, right? I remember we all, listen, I'm going to be humble and transparent and vulnerable. None of us get to where we are knowing it all. But at some point, we have to decide I want to be better. I want to be the best version of myself. I want to be humble and learn and grow. And so I roll my eyes and I take a deep breath because I'm saying, oh my gosh, this is what our agents in the trenches are struggling with is leaders that don't know any better. And listen, I have empathy for that person, but they are also responsible. If you're leading people and you are a team leader or broker, you are responsible. You are responsible for helping these people succeed. That is your responsibility. And if you're not willing to do it, then let them know the truth. Say, listen, I am not going to help you succeed in real estate. So if you still want to stay here, stay here. If you don't, go find somebody else. At least tell them the truth. Don't lead them on that the company, the logo, the color, the brand, the door, the knob, it ain't about that. They need to learn how to hunt. They need to learn how to navigate these uncharted waters of real estate that are really, everybody has to level up. Everybody. I don't care if you've been doing real estate for 1,000 years. I don't care if you sold real estate to Jesus. You gotta level up. So Dalia, I'm gonna let you go. This has been an amazing conversation. We actually went a little longer today because we had more time, but you know, this is what it's all about. It's sharing this message, and I want to hear from you guys that are watching, right, Dalia? And
Yeah.
can they reach out to you as a mentor? You're a certified mentor. If somebody listen, because a lot of people won't reach out to me because they're like, oh my God, Lucy Quinones, no. Oh my God, no, I don't want her. No, no. Reach out to Talia. Reach out to Talia and say, listen, Talia, can you help me? I have a question. Shh, don't tell Lucy.
I dropped my personal number there. So if you want to reach out to me, you can. You can text me, call me. I'd love to help. And don't be scared of Lucy.
Don't be scared. Everybody repeat after me. I love Lucy. Drop it in the chat. I love Lucy. But you know what? It's just, not everybody knows Lucy, right? A lot of people, most people don't know Lucy. They've heard of Lucy, but they don't know Lucy. And a lot of times, I was talking to a photographer the other day, and I said I want to do a lifestyle photo shoot, and they were like, "Oh, you're a businesswoman. You have multiple businesses. I'm assuming your vision is to, powerful boss be, this, that." And I said no. I said no. That's not it. I want to be fun, loving, caring, genuine, and authentic. I want to be happy. Because the thing is that when people see or they hear what you've done, they get this perception that is like, oh, I don't want to talk to Lucy. Like, oh my God, no. Listen, I don't bite. I don't bite. And
She
you
nibbles,
should
she
want to
nibbles
get
a
to
little
know me,
bit.
right? Say that again. Say that again.
I'm like, she nibbles a little bit, but it doesn't hurt too much.
Listen, I'll give you, I am like that awesome Swiss massage. You'll feel a little bit of pain, but oh, you'll feel so good afterwards. You'll
That's
be
true.
like, oh, I
That's
needed
true.
that. So come and cuddle and huddle with Lucy. That's an inside joke. Cuddle and huddle with Lucy. I'm going to open up opportunities for you to huddle with Lucy in person live. I'm all about my market. This is where I work, live, and play for the last 23 years. I'm all about my agents, especially the new ones, especially the ones that are out there lost and confused. And I've been there. I know how you're feeling. I'm here to help you. I'm your friend. And for those team leaders and brokers, level up, guys. Level up. You signed up for it. Buckle up, Buttercup. Let's go.
Well, we'll be back tomorrow with another episode of Agents in the Trenches. And thank you so much for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. And I hope you have an amazing day.
Bye, Tali.
Bye.